Hello, welcome to another episode of Matchup Monday. Today I am with my co-hosts Dalton Gold
Yep.
and Jack Mack.
It is neither Monday nor a matchup. It is a wash.
I don't know if it is actually.
No.
It's Saturday.
Yeah, but I can't record these on Mondays because everybody has jobs. This will be the 11th episode. Yeah,
I don't know.
11th.
Good question.
Shut up.
I don't know.
It's the 11th episode. But today we will be doing Bullseye versus Crossfire, the two assassins who just can't seem to miss a shot.
It's Crossfire.
Shit. No. But I'm gonna go ahead and give you the rundown. Who would you guys like to hear about first, Bullseye or Crossfire?
Bullseye since he was first.
Okay.
Yeah.
So let's do a quick rundown of Bullseye. Bullseye as a child had a flair for just psychotic thoughts. He had this strange asphyxiation with killing. But he found his real talent when he joined Little League Baseball and chucked a baseball so hard it literally decapitated somebody. And from then on, he learned he had a superhuman talent to never miss a target. So then he trained. He threw things like knives, bullets, throwing cards, baseballs, anything he could find, really.
His testicles.
Yeah,
Who
exactly.
knows? Spherical objects.
Yeah, exactly. But he never misses a target. He is.
Stick hand
Oh, that's funny.
But yeah, he is superhumanly good at aiming. He has an adamantium skeleton akin to Wolverine, minus the claws. He is superhumanly durable, has a bit of strength, and he's a good martial artist, so even if he's not throwing things at you, he can fight you pretty well. Some of the opponents he has faced have been Daredevil, Hellcat, and Iron Fist.
Harold Meacham.
And Harold Meacham, who he fucking killed. Lol. But that's the three people he faced were Iron Fist, Daredevil, and Hellcat. Those are his three main opponents. I can go over feats later on. And then we get to Crossfire. Crossfire was an ex-KGB agent who, much like Bullseye, had the insane physical ability to never miss a shot. Instead of using throwing objects, his was guns, whether those be revolvers, handguns, shotguns, sniper rifles. He just couldn't seem to miss either. But unlike Bullseye, who's a psychopath, Crossfire is just mainly just a weird devotion to what he likes to do. And so when he has a passion for shooting, he just cannot seem to fail at shooting. Everyone that he hits, he hits. He never misses a target, whether it's something moving midair, if it's somebody. He doesn't have any special physical abilities beyond the shooting, but he's a pretty good fighter, and he's really good defensively. He uses his guns to block as his guns are upgraded. For example, any handguns, revolvers, or any weapons he has are made of metals to allow them to resist pressure from things like being cut open or being blown up. All of his guns, they're fingerprint traced so that if you try to shoot the trigger, it will not allow you to do the trigger if you don't have his fingerprint. And sometimes they will self-destruct. So basically, we got guy who can't miss with objects versus guy who can't miss with guns. Crossfire's two main opponents were Moon Knight and Hellcat. Obviously, they share the Hellcat. Oh, I forgot to mention, Bullseye also fought Moon Knight and got knocked out in one punch. But I don't consider the Moon Knight fights for either of them because he's just, yeah, he's that guy.
He really is.
But, so, with that said, we'll get into it. What do you guys think? He just handed me a small magnetic pin that said no.
I'm gonna be for real. Personally, I have an immediate idea towards Bullseye, because I think, yeah, Crossfire, sure, you can shoot guns, like you're always gonna hit your target with guns.
But he's limited there.
That's my point. With Bullseye, it could be anything, like a knife, I don't know, a bottle, like it's everything, and I think that gives you a larger swath of ways to kill your opponent than just a gun. Because, like, you take the gun away from Crossfire, what does he have?
Right, exactly.
And it's not even that it's his powers are still cool. It's just Bullseye has more at his disposal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The only
So.
thing, personality-wise, Bullseye definitely has the bigger ego.
He does. That
He
is
gets,
true.
like, gloat more.
Yeah, it's basically somebody who just is psychotic versus a professional killer,
Yeah.
essentially. Another thing, Crossfire can shoot targets out of midair, so that
Which is
may help
good.
him against Bullseye.
Yes.
But I'm pretty sure the same can be said for Bullseye as well.
It's a
He can
reverse.
throw things in a way to pull it.
Exactly, yeah. Like if he throws a knife hard enough, he can slice a bullet in half.
Yeah.
Didn't
Right.
he literally do that during that scene? He threw something.
No, what was it?
I know what you're. I think I know what you're talking about.
Somebody sliced a bullet in half.
No idea.
Or that was the plan. Maybe that was on the original one.
Oh no, yeah, you shot him with a pistol. He caught the bullet and threw it back at you.
Oh, okay.
And killed you with it.
That. Yeah. I remember that.
There's
Well,
another thing. He can catch bullets.
Yeah,
Congratulations.
Yeah.
But could he catch a bullet from Crossfire as opposed to a bullet from Harold Beecham?
I mean, my bullet was point blank. Almost. It was like
Yeah.
right there in front of me.
That's yeah.
So,
If you're catching it that close with how fast bullets move,
Right.
yeah.
Good question.
For me, as of this moment, I would need to hear more arguments, but I'm pulling more towards Bullseye.
Okay. So
I would just need to hear more.
if you want to go in comparison to who they've fought, I guess I'll bring the Moon Knight fight into this. One punch knockout for Bullseye, and Crossfire was able to shoot crescent darts out of the air that Moon Knight threw at him,
Right.
and was only starting to get beaten. Moon Knight basically came after him after ripping a street sign out of the ground and basically trying to slam it onto him. But Crossfire was fast enough to roll out of the way of it and then shoot him point blank in the chest.
Right.
yeah.
Okay.
So they're both faster with their reflexes.
Right, they're both
Yeah.
very quick physically.
Are we making a scenario for this?
Sure, let's say they meet in an alleyway. They're about 50 yards from each other.
Okay.
They see each other, and I don't know. Let's say Bullseye picks a knife out of his pocket. Crossfire loads up sniper, and then the battle commences.
Okay.
One of them throws, one of them shoots, and it goes from there.
Yeah. It's a dark alley. Probably a bunch of shit laying around.
Yeah, we'll say for the sake of this, Crossfire has a great amount of ammo that he can work with, and Bullseye, there are things lying all over the street that he can just pick up and toss.
Yeah.
Right. I think the thing is, this is gonna sound a little silly. It's how fast he can pull a trigger versus how fast Bullseye can pick up things and throw.
But like I said with the Wolverine thing, his quick draw with the sniper is very quick.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm.
If he can pull a sniper out that fast, imagine what he could do just pulling the trigger.
And he can no scope. He can no scope too.
He can basically a semi-auto a rifle.
Yeah.
Like a P90 rifle, he can just toot, 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 toot.
Right.
Sorry, that made me think of something. Never mind.
What are you thinking about?
Tun support.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Oh, throw him in the trash
Bye.
compactor.
2:30 a.m. talking about some tongue sugar.
Throw him in the trash compactor.
I blame Ben Gerhardt for my brain being broken.
I'm gonna write some stuff down here because Jack Mike's not on notes. Write some stuff down. Okay. So Bullseye. Aim with objects. Aim with guns. That's like the main thing.
Yeah.
It's a really good question.
I'm hearing more things that make them cancel each other out than
They're
winning.
very evenly matched.
That's the thing. I'm not hearing anything that's like, oh, there's a clear winner.
All right.
So we just reviewed a couple of the scenes from the movies, just to reacquaint ourselves with some of these characters and their feats. For me, it shifted a little bit more towards Bullseye, just a little bit, because it seems like Bullseye is also a little bit more proficient in hand-to-hand combat as well. Because like we just watched the scene where Crossfire got fucking railed by Moon Knight. So part of me feels like, again, pushing it more and more to Bullseye for me.
Yeah, I agree. He held his own pretty well against Iron Fist.
Iron Fist ain't no physical slouch. Like that dude punches.
Of course, he lost to Midnight because it's Midnight.
Yeah, real.
In one punch, yeah, it's Midnight.
One punch.
But yeah, I think Bullseye a little bit ahead on that one just because of the sheer I just lost my train of thought. Shit.
But we know you're going with it. You think
yeah,
Bullseye pulls ahead.
The pure or the sheer talking about width, not width, but like he has more powers per se than
He's not a one-trick pony.
Crossfire. Yes. Yeah, that's a good one. I'm sorry, I lose brain cells every day at work, so I think that's
And every day you're with us, it's okay. But yeah,
I'm
no.
losing more at work.
But no, I feel like Bullseye edges forward a little bit. Shut up, you stupid fuck.
Bullseye edges.
Yeah.
He does in real life too, from what I've been told.
If I truly had to guess, I'd probably go with Bullseye, because in a pure long range fight, they're basically even.
But when it comes to him,
So you'd have to
bare knuckle brawl,
you'd have to boil it down to who wins in a physical fist fight, and Bullseye is just tougher
yes,
and better.
he's stronger, he's smarter, he's better.
I feel like it's not even fair to
He
compare
is
them
better.
against Moon Knight because I mean he's just above them.
Yeah.
He basically just whacked Crossfire with a street sign and knocked out Bullseye with a punch.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't even compare them.
Yeah.
But in a pure physical fight, we've just never seen Crossfire really like throw hands
Yeah.
because he just never has to. Just
Yeah.
And that kind of also gives more credence to the idea of he's probably not as good with his fists
yeah.
because we only ever see him with guns.
So I'd say in an aerial long range battle, it's just gonna be the same thing over and over again. Thing gets thrown, it gets shot, bullet gets shot, it gets sliced in half by a knife, whatever the fuck.
I have been handed a magnet that says "have" by Dalton. No have.
There's
No.
a few.
No
on the
have.
floor.
Oh, there's more down there. Oh, okay.
All right,
Sorry,
so
my ADHD and autism is kicking.
we'll officially announce Bullseye as the winner for today.
Yep.
Bullseye.
And if we're
Ooh.
counting the Daredevil movie, the first Daredevil movie, it's even worse for him because he fights Daredevil, and Daredevil is probably the best best fighter skill set wise.
Bullseye wins.
TKO.